Hello, Times Cryptic, let's go. Career detectives knocked back, cocktail. So I think this is sidecar. Knocked back is a reversal indicator. Career is race, and detectives are DIs for detective inspectors. That gives sidecar, which is a cocktail. Outline of comedy routine. This is sketch. Double definition. A sketch is an outline. It's also a comedy routine. Vicar's attire, upset deity, culminating in arrest. This is dog collar. So a dog collar is vicar's attire. It's the white strip which goes round their neck at the top of their dress. Upset is the reversal indicator for deity, God, and then culminating or followed by arrest, collar. Kitchen item for one consumer east of Great Britain. This is egg beater. An egg beater is a kitchen item, a tool for use in the kitchen. For one is e.g., Latin for example, or for one. Consumer is eater. East of Great Britain, east of GB. Auditor's instruction to pay off Russian playwright. Okay, so surely this is Chekhov. So auditor's instruction is a homophone indicator. So to pay off is to check off, or to pay is to pay check. Well, I'm sure this is meant to mean that to pay off means check off, and that sounds like Chekhov, the Russian playwright. Fool next to source of hazardous material. This is cloth. Fool is clot. Next to source of hazardous, well, the source of hazardous refers to the initial letter of the word. That gives cloth, which is material. Bond offering from heads of legal industry needed vital changes. So I think the definition is bond offering. And this is live and let die. So the Bond offering refers to James Bond, and Live and Let Die is a James Bond film. Heads of legal industry are L and I, and then changes is an anagram indicator for needed vital. And by I, that looks about right. Get even with a literate criminal. This is retaliate. So to retaliate is to get even with, and then criminal is an anagram indicator for a literate. See eye to eye on time limits. Yeah, this is agree. So to agree is to see eye to eye. On is re. Re is Latin for about or on. And then time is age. Limits, limits on. So age about re gives agree. Prepare to ambush. Load for dictator after some extra sleep. This is lie in wait, I think. So to lie in wait is to prepare to ambush. Dictator refers to somebody who's giving dictation to a secretary and is therefore a homophone indicator. Load is weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, and that sounds like the weight in the answer. After some extra sleep, after lie in. Before two operations, a large cold drink. This is alcopop. So operation is op, just a shortened form of the word. So two operations is op. And before op, we have a large cold. A large L, the clothing abbreviation, and C, the cold, the abbreviation. That gives alcopop, which is a drink. Measure, key port to the north of church. So church is probably CE for Church of England. Measure could be cadence. Phew. Yeah. So key is C, a musical key. Port is Aden, to the north of church, to the north of CE. That gives cadence, which is measure. Father, about to relax endlessly in square. This is plaza. So father is pa. About to relax endlessly. Well, to relax is to laze endlessly without its last letter. So pa about laze without e gives plaza, which is a square. Speak slowly to attract learner. This is drawl. To drawl is to speak slowly. To attract is to draw. And learner is L, because learner drivers in the UK have L plates. Plant from Montana, extremely reflective in light. Oh no, what is this? This is an orphan clue. Plant from Montana. So extremely reflective looks like an instruction to take the extreme letters of reflective. So those are R and E. So this could end tree. Could it begin palm? So plant. A palm tree is a plant. From Montana. Okay, light is pale. Montana is, yeah, Montana must be MT. Extremely reflective RE. In light, in pale gives palm tree, which is a plant. Fantastic. Clue pro to hire. So I think fantastic is an anagram indicator for clue pro to hire, but that means the wordplay constitutes the whole of the clue. So this looks like an and lit clue where you read it once for the wordplay and once for the definition. You've got R and D, which are present in clue pro to hire. So I think we're on the right track. It's 7 and 6. Fantastic clue pro to hire. So this looks like a reference to a very good detective. Clue pro to hire. Aha. I wonder if this is Hercules or Hercule Poirot. Does that look right? By eye, it looks right, and there are plenty of letters to corroborate, and Hercule Poirot is an Agatha Christie detective, therefore a fantastic clue pro to hire. Delightful scheme, briefly seen on Dynasty. Delightful. Scheme briefly could tell us to take a synonym for scheme and leave out the last letter. Aha, yeah, that's exactly what's happening. This is charming. So charming means delightful. Scheme is chart, briefly without its T, and then seen on dynasty, seen on Ming. The Ming is or was a Chinese dynasty. Is scheme really chart? Could there be some alternative? Not that I can think of. Party dumping leader charges to greater heights. Yeah, this must be upwards. Party is DUP, the Democratic Union Party, a political party in Northern Ireland. Dumping leader without its initial letter. Charges are wards in the sense of children. And that gives upwards, which means to greater heights. Great, W looks useful. Expert follows Frenchman with whiskey, never running out. So, I wonder if this is renewable. Expert is able, follows Frenchman. Well, René is often used as a Frenchman in crossword world. It's just a French name. With whiskey with W. Whiskey is W in the NATO phonetic alphabet. Just wondering about the E. I know whiskey can be spelt two ways, but that might be a bit pedantic to wonder whether the spelling differs in respect of the NATO phonetic alphabet. Anyway, able preceded by René and W gives renewable, which is never running out. One inactive feature of scoundrel, disappointingly, making a comeback. One Inactive feature. Yeah, this is idler. So an idler must be one inactive feature. Of is a hidden indicator, and making a comeback is a reversal indicator. So beginning with the I of disappointingly and reading backwards, we can read idler. Stocking stuff inside many longboats. Okay, so this is nylon. This is a pure hidden clue. So nylon is stocking stuff because it's stuff out of which stockings are made. And then inside is a hidden indicator. And so beginning with the N of many, we can read many longboats. There is a convention that the Times Cryptic only has a maximum of one hidden clue per puzzle. I feel that that has perhaps been slightly relaxed to allow a second hidden clue if it's hidden and reversed, as in this puzzle, but I don't know that officially. Familial inheritance is beginning. This is Genesis. So Genesis is, or rather familial inheritance is genes. Is, that gives Genesis, which means beginning. What may generate fanfare for top officials? This is brass. So double definition, brass can refer to brass instruments, so therefore they may generate fanfare. And brass is also a reference to top officials. I think perhaps because they have medals made out of brass, you refer to the top brass. Transport for Arab, army with odder tanks. This is dromedary. So dromedary refers to a dromedary camel, hence transport for Arab. And then tanks is an anagram indicator for army and odder. That looks about right. Let me pause and do my brief typo squiz. All of the acrosses looking good. Downs looking okay. Yeah, okay, so bottom right, the final push. Flat feet ultimately observed on separate guys. This is apartment. So an apartment is a flat. Feet ultimately is the ultimate letter of feet, T. Observed on separate, apart, guys, men. Animal found in capital of China and part of Mexico. So this is Yucatan. So animal is cat, found in capital of China. Well, the capital here is a reference to money, and Chinese currency is the yuan. So cat inside yuan gives Yucatan, which is part of Mexico. Mechanical mug with old idiosyncrasy. Could this be robotic? So robotic could mean mechanical. Mug is Rob, with old, O, the abbreviation, idiosyncrasy, tick. Cleaner, put off dope with therapy. Initially, this is detergent. So detergent is a cleaner, put off is deter, dope is gen, as in information, with therapy initially with the initial letter of therapy. Space to sleep on board as back of big gun is removed. This is berth. So a berth is a space to sleep on board a boat, and the big gun is bertha. And if the back of the big gun is removed, we just lose its last letter. Okay, the final clue. Typhoon at sea shedding variable amount of light. This is photon. So at sea is an anagram indicator for typhoon, shedding variable, without y, a mathematical variable. That gives photon, which is an amount of light. So there we go. Every clue solved, every clue explained, no empty squares. Submit, submit. Hope and pray. No errors. Fantastic. What a crazy puzzle. I'm so used to making a slow start with these puzzles and picking up pace as we go along. But I think every clue was solved as looked at, and I think that may be the first time that has happened on this channel. So absolutely amazing stuff. Still a beautiful puzzle from the Times, but I think probably on the easier side, unless I'm particularly on the wavelength of the setter today. So I think the snitch for this probably in the 50s and 60s. But absolutely beautiful puzzle. So I do hope you enjoyed watching that solve. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.